Okay, so this is not a book review, but we are talking about Jordan Peterson and his opinion, clean up your room, or his exhortation, I should say, clean up your room. What does it mean? Sounds pretty simple. And I suppose it is. You have a room, you've got stuff all over the floor. Jordan Peterson says, clean it up. However, it means a lot more than just tidying things in your room. It's a very interesting thing to say because it seems quite simple, but of course it's not. In your room, meaning most likely meaning your bedroom, basically, what have you got to clean up? Well, you may have some clothes on the floor, right? But it's likely that you've got a whole lot of other things. You may have a couple of books stacked up, some magazines. You may have some cash receipts for things that you've purchased, folded up. In those magazines, you may have pages folded over, a whole lot of your papers, a whole range of things that have just basically collected on your floor or around the room that to some extent need to be tidied up. But it's not just a matter of tidying them up, making them look neat and putting them in order, because it's more than that. And this is where things become interesting and some of the magic comes up, because the reality is that these things have collected there over time. You may have had an idea, you were ready to do something, or you were thinking about something, you made a note of it, maybe you folded over one of the pages of a magazine or a book, you put it down, you had thoughts, you had half plans in mind, and then you'd moved on to do something else. So clean up your room is an important exhortation because it means a whole lot more than that. It's not just make things tidy, because you could say make things tidy, and that has an even simpler meaning. Clean up your room actually means get to grips with the things that you've been thinking about. Get to grips with even people you need to follow up or projects you need to follow up. And actually deal with all of those things, because as an individual, you know what needs to be done. You've thought about it. You may have collected information on it. You've put that in a pile somewhere in your room, and it's time, no time like the present, to go there, clean up your room, and basically re-engage with all of those ideas, the plans, the projects, the contacts you needed to follow up, and actually have a go, not be risk averse, chase things up and see where it gets you. And it's when you do that and you follow up all of those loose ends, then you get much closer to where you want to be.
Good.